Welcome back to the Chattable podcast, where enrich vocabulary and speak English with pride.
Yes, we are so glad you were joining us today.
We really are. So, today we are exploring two highly visual English phrases. And, these phrases really describe how we interact with the world around us.
Right. They are very descriptive of our everyday experiences.
Exactly. One is about how we enthusiastically give our attention to something, and the other is about how the world, sometimes it just unfairly pushes back against us.
Yeah, that is a great way to frame it. Because giving a quick overview here, understanding these idioms is not just about, memorizing dictionary definitions.
Oh, definitely not.
It is really about understanding the specific vibes attached to them. Because we are talking about moving from a vibe that is eager and friendly to a feeling that is really unfair and challenging.
Okay, let's unpack this. Our first idiom for this episode is all ears.
All ears. Yeah, it is a relatively simple phrase, but it carries a lot of conversational power.
It really does. And I like to use a visual analogy for this one because it is a funny concept if you really visualize it.
Oh, like a literal image.
Yeah, exactly. It is almost like a cartoon, Imagine you were standing there and suddenly your arms, your legs, your torso, your entire physical body just disappears.
Just poof, gone.
Right. And you transform into one massive, floating listening device.
So you're quite literally just a giant ear.
Just a giant ear, yeah, because the information you are about to receive is so incredibly good, you cannot risk missing a single sound wave.
That is exactly the right imagery. And, it is a fun image, but historically, it actually wasn't meant to be comical at all.
Wait, really?
Yeah. It was a very literal description of physical etiquette. The origin of this phrase dates way back to the 1700s.
Oh, wow. The 1700s.
Mm-hmm. Think about the courtly culture of that era. It paints a picture of someone literally cupping their hand behind their ear.
Yep.
And, physically leaning in closely.
Oh, I see. So they are physically modifying their body to catch every single word.
Exactly. You are giving the speaker a verbal promise. You are telling them, I am ignoring the distractions, and I am giving you my complete attention.
So let us look at some real-world examples, because there are some great times to use this.
Yeah, you hear it all the time.
Like when a friend has juicy gossip, or maybe a coworker pitches a brand new idea.
Or even when someone is just about to tell a really great story.
Yes, exactly. Like my friend David. David has been a massive Michael Jackson fan since he started talking.
A truly lifelong fan.
Completely. So if you have new behind-the-scenes stories about the king of pop, David is, he is all ears.
Right, because he has a pre-existing passion for it. Another good example is Marcus.
Oh, the guy who loves baking?
Yes. So Marcus was all ears the exact moment that Sarah mentioned she had a secret recipe.
The secret recipe for the best chocolate cake, right?
Exactly. Food is a fantastic motivator. Marcus wants that recipe, so he signals to Sarah that he is all ears.
Yeah.
But what's fascinating here is there are very strict social boundaries for this phrase.
Boundaries? What do you mean by that?
Well, because it promises true enthusiastic attention, you absolutely should not use it if you are actually distracted.
Oh, I see. So if I am scrolling through my phone and I say, yeah, go ahead, I am all ears.
Right. It actually sounds sarcastic. It sounds disrespectful because you are clearly not giving them your attention.
That makes perfect sense. Let me clarify something about the tone, though.
Sure.
So if your boss is giving a very serious warning about company layoffs, saying, I am all ears, is probably a terrible idea, right?
Oh, absolutely disastrous, yes.
Because it sounds, too happy.
Exactly. Carries this bright, eager energy. And you never want to bring that kind of excited energy to an extremely formal or tragic situation.
Right. It implies you are excited for the bad news.
Which is obviously not the message you want to send when people's jobs are on the line.
That is a really great rule to remember. So all ears is really about our internal intentions, right? It is about how we eagerly choose to engage.
Yes. It is a very friendly internal focus.
But what happens when we switch from that friendly internal focus to facing difficult external forces? Forces that push back against us.
Ah, yeah, that is a very different feeling.
It is. And that perfectly sets up our second phrase for this episode.
We are definitely shifting gears here.
We are. So our second phrase is stack the cards against someone.
Stack the cards against, or, the cards are stacked against me.
Yes. And this phrase, it makes the game of life feel fundamentally unfair.
It really does.
Yeah.
It is a heavy phrase. And if we connect this to the bigger picture, we can trace its origins directly to the world of cheating poker players.
Poker, like old casino game?
Yes. It comes from professional card mechanics who would stack the deck.
Meaning they arrange the playing cards on purpose.
Exactly.
Right.
They use incredibly fast sleight of hand to arrange the cards in a specific order before dealing them out.
Wow. So they know exactly who is getting what.
Precisely. This ensures the other players have absolutely zero mathematical chance of winning.
Well, here's where it gets really interesting. Because we took this highly specific casino term and we applied it to everyday life.
Because life often feels exactly like that rigged poker game.
It really does. It is not just experiencing a random bout of bad luck.
Yeah.
It is like booting up a video game only to realize the internal code has been rigged.
Rigged by the developers, right?
Yes, rigged so that winning is mathematically impossible before you even touch the controller.
That is a perfect modern analogy. The system itself is fighting you. And we use this for heavy, real-world applications today to describe those massive uphill battles.
Like fighting against social or economic forces.
Exactly. Let us look at urban life, for example.
Yeah.
With gentrification sweeping across major U.S. urban centers right now.
Right, housing prices are just skyrocketing everywhere.
Yes, and pair that with persistent inflation. The cost of everything just keeps rising.
So because of those massive outside forces, a lot of medium and low-income households feel like the cards are stacked against them.
They really do. The economic landscape makes success feel impossible.
They feel the cards are stacked against their children's futures, too.
It is a profound way to express systemic unfairness. But, it doesn't only have to be about grand economic forces.
Oh. What else can it describe?
It can also describe a sudden, overwhelming series of unfortunate events for a specific person.
Ah, like in sports. Let's talk about Carlos.
A tennis player.
Right. So Carlos is going into a huge tennis tournament, but he feels the cards are stacked against him.
And why is that?
Well, he has a bad injury, and he had a complete lack of practice time because of it. Plus, the tournament placed him against the #1 seed in the first round.
Oh, wow. Yeah, that is a brilliant example. Carlos is not a bad player, but those external forces are making his path to victory incredibly steep.
It is totally outside of his immediate control.
Exactly. However, we do need to set a strict boundary for this phrase, just like we did for all ears.
I think I can guess what the boundary is. Because it relies so heavily on external unfairness, you probably should not use it to excuse your own laziness, right?
You hit the nail on the head.
So let me clarify this. If Elena completely fails her test, just because she refused to study,
Yes.
she cannot claim the cards were stacked against her.
You absolutely cannot say that. That is just dodging responsibility.
Right, because the cards were not stacked. Elena just did not prepare.
Exactly. The educational system wasn't rigged. This phrase strictly requires an unfair system, not a small personal mistake.
That makes a lot of sense. So what does this all mean? Let's review the journey we took today.
We covered two very distinct emotional energies today.
We did. First, we explored the eager, friendly vibe of being all ears.
Where you are actively offering your undivided attention.
Exactly. Versus the unfair, challenging vibe of having the cards stacked against you.
Where you are facing an impossible rigged system from the outside.
Yes, two completely different vibes, but both are incredibly useful.
This raises an important question, though.
Oh, what is that?
Think about this. Both of these idioms use physical, everyday objects. I mean, a human ear and a deck of playing cards.
Right, things we can literally touch.
Yes. And we use them to help us describe completely invisible concepts, like our level of focus or the fairness of society.
That is such an interesting way to look at it.
It is, isn't it? So what other physical objects do you think English speakers use to describe invisible rules?
Oh, that is a wonderful thought to leave the listener with today. It really changes how you look at the everyday items around you.
It really does.
Well, thank you so much for joining us for this episode.
Yes, thank you for listening, everyone.
Keep practicing your vocabulary, remember to speak clearly, and keep listening closely to the English happening around you. You never know what fascinating phrases you might catch.
Until next time.